Good morning. Dan Earhart with the rest of the news. As winter approaches in America, and it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Disaster has been averted in Nome, Alaska, where on a clear day you can almost see Russia. A storm at sea last month caused the barge with the final fuel delivery of the year to be unable to make port. A Russian ice-breaking tanker will save the day with a delivery of 1.5 million barrels of petrol products to the 3,600 people who call Nome home. Regular is $5.60 a gallon. Temperature this morning 2 degrees. As the world warms. Chris Huhne is the Energy and Climate Change Secretary of the UK. That's his title. At the Climate Change Conference in Durban yesterday, Mr. Huhne called the current view of developing and developed countries bizarre. In previous negotiations and agreements, developing countries such as Singapore, Korea, India, and, yes, China have been given a pollution pass as compared to fully developed countries such as Romania and Bulgaria. China is now the prime emitter of greenhouse gases, then the United States. The United Kingdom advocates a binding deal for all countries in 2015. Hungary has just said no to Monsanto and their genetically modified corn. The country has destroyed 1,000 acres. Genetically modified seeds are banned in Hungary, as well as Peru, and most recently, Boulder County, Colorado, just says no. The Denver Green School has turned an unused 1-acre athletic field into an organic garden. Students at the public school actually enjoy eating the fruits and vegetables raised with their own hands. And we're not talking about that vegetable that Congress calls pizza. Mars Chocolate continues to fund the Cocoa Genome Project with the intent to genetically modify up to 70% of the world's chocolate production, which mostly comes from West Africa. That could make the good stuff more expensive. Can you imagine a chocolate bar called Roundup? A third of the world's chocolate is consumed in America. The big internationals are trying to get a toehold on the Indian economy, which still won't allow Walmart-style retail stores. Recently, an effigy representing the international corporations was burned in Jalandhar. But potato farmers there don't mind. PepsiCo's Lay's Chips pays double the going local rate for potatoes. They say we need more competition. But mom-and-pop businesses say we'll be destroyed. Yesterday, NASA announced the finding of Earth 2.0, with 2.5 times the real estate and a perfect climate at 72 degrees. But what if it's occupied? SETI is now back in business at Hat Creek, California, searching for ET with the Allen Telescope Array. Public funding has brought in $200,000, and the Air Force kicked in to monitor satellites and space junk, so the radios are back on, listening. Don't you wonder what their music sounds like? The New York Times is calling Amy Winehouse just released Lioness Hidden Treasures, scraps she left behind. Dave Brubeck's 91 today, so take 5 and come back tomorrow for the rest of the news. Thank you for liking the page, sharing, and subscribing by email on YouTube. This is Dan Earhart.